While cases continue to rise, the legislature is still chipping away at the state's $1.2 billion budget shortfall, and most state agencies are facing cuts. Well, neither house has held a floor session today, but lawmakers are meeting behind the scenes to balance the budget. The legislature already passed all 4 Senate bills. Now it comes down to the big budget bills in the Assembly. Paul Nelson has more.
About 1,000 American flags and 1,500 signs are set up on the lawn of the legislative building, telling lawmakers not to raise taxes during the state's economic crisis. Each one is signed.
If we want a speedy recovery, if we want a stronger recovery, the route to do that is not to add more burdens on people who are going to lead that recovery.
Last week, educators lined the sidewalks, protesting the governor's proposal to make cuts to K-12 education. Some say new revenue is needed to balance the budget. Others say the cuts are painful but necessary.
When people say new revenue, that's just code for new taxes. But the main thing is now is not the right time. If we look around at the economy, it's in shambles right now.
Of the 7 bills, none of them aim to raise taxes during the special session, but they do shift funds around. The Senate and Assembly chambers sat empty for most of the day. Lawmakers say the focus is to finalize the appropriations bill. That includes big cuts to K-12 education, higher ed, and health care.
It's complicated. We have a $1.2 billion budget hole. You don't fix that in 5 or 6 days. And if you do try to do it that quickly, you're going to end up having to come back to readjust and fix your previous mistake.
This is the 8th day of the special session. Some lawmakers say it's already gone on too long and that most of the work could have happened before the session even started.
We all should have sat down during this emergency when bipartisanship was really needed and hashed something out. I see no reason for this.
Covering the story, Paul Nelson, 2 News.
And Paul Nelson, who's been down there for us the entire time, says Republicans and Democrats seem to be on the same page when it comes to making cuts, but disagree on where to make them.